Morning, everybody. Good to be with you. With me today, we've got Tom McDonough from our home warranty program, and Tom will be talking a little bit about the Home Protection Advantage program, and we'll be doing some questions and answers on that. So just a reminder on the format, if you've got questions, feel free to go ahead and then just chat them in on the chat feature, and then we'll have time to get to them towards the end of the call. And your questions could be about anything, not necessarily about today's subject matter, but just feel free to chat them in, and then we'll answer them in the order they came in. So let's talk about where we are year to date through April. So as we all know, we have this kind of a slower start to the year. We've caught up, so we're just about even now year over year. So for closed units through April, we had 1,650 closed units and about 355 million in volume. So that puts us just about even. May will be a very brisk month. You guys are doing great business out there. So I think May will put us over the top and ahead of the markets. Interestingly, we're 3% ahead in listing inventory. So 3% doesn't sound like a big number, but in a market where we're challenged for inventory, the fact that we're even ahead is certainly a great sign, a great testament to the work that you guys are doing. So, year over year, we're at about a 5,500 unit, 5,500 listing count, and that's a really good sign heading into our busiest season. And as you guys all know, rates are continuing to come down. They'll probably stabilize here soon. So really, very rich environment for the housing market. Probably the only shadow to our numbers is our fall through rate, which will be something that Tom and I will be discussing about how the home warranty program works and hopefully help at least save one or two deals per person, right? But our fall through rates are 24% year to date. Now we all know a lot of the reasoning behind that, right? People are negotiating and bidding on properties and maybe paying a little more or making quicker decisions than maybe what they're comfortable with. And then when you go through the home inspection process, all of a sudden you got a little buyer's remorse. So that's out there. I think that's a permanent part of the environment that we're in. But to the extent that we can help alleviate just a few fall throughs here or there, it's worth the effort. And so that's what Tom and I will be talking about. Real quick on business development. So Jocelyn and her team and the agents that are participating in business development. So year to date, we're 12% ahead of last year, which equates to about $200,000 in additional net commission income to agents that are taking that business. So that's a pretty significant pickup just in the first 4 months of the year. Interesting. So our lead to close ratio is 67.5%, which is pretty strong. I think as the market gets busier and as we're getting more leads in, that's going to thin out a little bit. But really very strong lead activity and very strong closing activity from you guys. So congratulations, great work, and so they're great earning opportunities for everybody. And we've taken in 1,136 leads so far year to date. And just as a backdrop, this time last year, all of last year, I think we only took in 1,700. So lots of activity in that department, and great job to you guys for servicing these accounts, and for Jocelyn and the business development team for bringing them in. And just one last accolade for everybody. So we just received a 100% broker-to-broker service excellence award from Cardis. And what that means is that for all the broker-to-broker business that we've taken in, the customers that you've serviced, so the customers that have come in from other brokers from across the country, have given you a 100% service satisfaction rating. So that's pretty amazing. So congratulations, good work all the way around. Update on our marketing plan. So we have filmed our first flight of commercials, and they will be on the air this week, starting this week. So we're working with WMUR, which is the ABC affiliate here, in Manchester, New Hampshire, and then WMTW, which is the sister company, ABC affiliate in Portland. And we've got 2 commercials that we put into production, and they'll be attached to this the email that gets sent out with this video, so you can see what they look like. Now, we anticipated having a flight of commercials of probably anywhere from 10 to 12. So this is just the first 2, and we wanted to get some some airtime going quickly. Big thank you to the Bedford, New Hampshire office for being our stage and our props and all that, and the agents who participated in the commercials. It was fun. We have some budding TV stars, which you'll see in the commercials. And then at the end of the commercial, we have all our office locations and all that. So it's a company-wide ad, so you'll start to see those in cycle starting later on this week. To go along with that, our digital campaigns are starting on both the websites for WMUR and MTW, and so we'll be advertising on their particular websites. And our next up will be our TV, additional TV spots that we're going to be filming, radio spots. We've got expanded Google ads and social media. So all that is out there now and is working. And then the other piece is we're looking at some data feeds to sites like Boston.com and things like that. So we'll give you more of an update as those opportunities come up. But that's where we are in the marketing plan, and Lorraine and Melissa are doing a great job at executing the plan. And it's kind of interesting, so from the time we were able to shoot the commercials and get them into production and get them on the air, it was only less than 2 weeks, which gives us a very short response time. So as things come up, right, and we want to shoot commercials, either market conditions change or we've got some new product or some new message that we want to get out, we've got a really good system now where we can take with our vendors and get that message out there and do it really efficiently and quickly. The other part about these commercials is that we own them, so then we'll be able to put them back out into the social media world, our website, things like that. So they're electronically portable for us in all of our other media outlets. So really exciting. I hope you guys like them. As I said, you'll see them attached. So Tom.
Morning, Chris.
Good to have you here.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for the time today.
So just to give everybody a little background, right? The Protection Plus program was something that Tom and Mike Gelinas, our CFO, Chief Operating Officer, were talking about. Was it last year?
It was almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like end of summer, right?
Yeah, like sort of fall. Yep.
Yeah, and we were talking about the fall through rate, right? And again, I think a higher fall through rate now is just part of the environment that we find ourselves in for the reasons that we've been discussing. But we were talking about it vis-a-vis home inspections, and could we come up with a warranty product that would provide a financial bridge for these kind of deeper home inspection issues,
right,
like furnaces that are at end of
the useful life. You see that everywhere.
I was going to say end of life, right?
Right. So, well, pretty close.
Useful life,
right. Exactly. And with the program, we wanted to find a way to try and inoculate the sale price of the house, because as you know out there, really the only time people can try and negotiate the sale price of the house is after the home inspection. And they are coming out with some wild things to try and lower the sale price. And of course, they never want the home seller to necessarily take care of it. They always have a guy, so they just want $20,000 off the sale price. And what we tried to do is see if using this program right here, the home inspection service option, in this program to say, well, there might be a couple things in there that might have to be taken care of pre-sale, but you would have probably done that anyways. So all the other stuff, let's give them a program that will protect them that first year in home ownership and also for subsequent renewals, so that they can feel confident in that, and actually you can stick closer to that sale price. And we came up and we put everything that is strong coverage and added to it, like boiler coverage up to $5,000. We're the only company in America that covers boilers up to that amount. Our home inspection service option covers non-detected pre-existing condition claims. That means the old moved into the house Friday night, Saturday morning, my water heater's leaking all over the basement. You'd be surprised how many times we get that claim. And this covers it from day one moving forward. And we built that primarily to try and make your job easier in that negotiation phase. So hopefully you can stick closer to the sale price and inoculate yourself against some of the things that they're going to want to come after you for. Some of it will be ridiculous and out of hand. You'll say, well, we're not going to do that. But some of it, actually getting to the end of the useful life on a furnace is a big deal. You know, a lot of people moving into their homes might not have an extra $3,000-$4,000 to put down right away on a furnace. So if we can give them peace of mind, they feel more comfortable moving into the house and hopefully will accept a little bit closer to the sale price than what they're asking for.
What are some of the other major component coverages that would be different from a standard warranty, like they would see from, you know, like a competitor like American Home Shield?
Yep. And most of those are going to be surcharge options. You know, with our program, we tried to take all the relevant surcharges in your market that would make sense. And, you know, if you look at it, well pump coverage, you have many homes that you are listing have a well pump. We have up to $1,200 in our contract for a well pump. That gets you pretty close to whole if you need to replace that well pump. You know, it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 to replace that.
And that's not typically covered in other pumps.
No, that's not covered by anybody's standard program. And then, of course, you know, garage door openers up to 3, that's a surcharge. Your washer and dryer, everybody charges $80 for washer and dryer. And we include that in because, let's face it, homeowners don't differentiate washers and dryers from any other appliances in the house. It's just home warranties that do that. So we wanted to put that into the program as well because, let's face it, everybody has a washer and dryer and they do break. And central vacuum, that's in some of your higher end homes. But not only did we add these surcharges, we also raised all the aggregates on the things we do cover. So instead of capping things at $1,500, everything's capped at $2,500 except for any of your major heating systems. So that's going to be furnace, that's going to be boiler. It doesn't matter if it's going to be heating oil and or natural gas propane. We cover all of that up to $5,000. Also, some of your larger homes that might have outdoor AC units, we cover those up to $5,000, and they can be expensive. Our Freon, when we started working together 10 years ago, Freon was $20 a pound. Now it's 100 to 120. So we have up to 5 to 6 pounds of Freon to put in there under the home inspection service option. It's really strong coverage. I would put this warranty up against anything in the market, and we would be just head and shoulders above what anyone else is offering out there.
So putting this in the context of total value, because we're starting to wind down here.
Sure.
So the total aggregate coverage at the new price point, which is, I neglected to say that. So we reduced the price from $795 to $695, just because I feel like just any tools that we can bring to the mix to help, right, with bridging these fall through situations. So we just got a $100 reduction on the price. And but the aggregate coverage for the $695 is,
that will be $25,000 spent on any one home in the course of one fiscal year. So, you know, they can renew this. They can have $25,000 worth of claims, renew the policy, and do it again the following year, hypothetically. Yeah, not necessarily what we want to see, but it is absolutely built into the program. Yeah, maybe. Or it's in great shape. Who knows? The other thing too, Chris, don't forget that corporate is participating this on the listing side. That's a big deal. That's very substantial. You're the only broker in America doing this, by the way. And, you know, that's a testament to you believing in your agent base and trying to promote and get listings. And as everybody knows, that's where it's at in this market right now, is whoever controls the listings will be the successful broker.
So just winding down here. So in the context, right, how you would use a resource like this. So you're negotiating your ICA, and it comes back with, and I'm just going to make these numbers up, $10,000. and the seller says, no, I won't do that, but I'll do $5,000 plus I'll give you this warranty, right?
Yeah.
And the warranty, what they're really getting is an additional up to $25,000 worth of coverage. So that's where you kind of deploy this product, where it's appropriate. You either have it in at the time of listing, or as you're negotiating, you introduce the product as a way to bridge, like end of useful life, for a hot water heater or furnace. Or
Yep.
like
And how you would use it as a listing agent, if you have the Gold Advantage listing program on, and then it comes back for the negotiation after the home inspection, you can move them off of a gold warranty for the buyer to the Protection Plus plan. And you can do that pre-close. And hopefully that will help you stay closer to your sale price. But also remember, it's $25,000 potential in savings for that home buyer. Use that as leverage when they're talking about sale price. All of a sudden you're not going to give them 20,000 off, but you might give them 5,000 off and 20,000, 25,000 worth of coverage. So remember that.
Tom, how does everybody get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me with my cell number, which is 413-841-6453, or we did have my old email address still works, jtdunna@Global Home USA, and my new one, which is tom.mcdonough let's see, it's a brand new one for me. It's YRIG, YRIG.com. And we had some company consolidation in the last 2 months, so.
Tom McDonough, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, how are we doing for questions?
We have one question. On this program, isn't this the one that we have to supply the home inspection and any defects have to be repaired in order to later have a payout on a claim?
No, what happens with that is if you have a home inspection and you have a first couple of week claim that we would call a pre-existing condition claim. If somebody's been in their house for 3 months, it's not pre-existing. They've been living in their house, it's been working. But if somebody's been in their house for a week and their furnace never worked since day one kind of thing, that's a pre-existing condition. If they have this coverage on, we'll ask for a copy of the home inspection to make sure that they weren't asking for more inspection or repair before the date of closing. If they were, you guys are very professional agents. You usually always take care of that pre-close. But sometimes that might mean you gave a concession on the sale price instead of having it fixed ahead of time. It's all in how you negotiate it. If they say getting to the end of its useful life and there is a claim and you have the home inspection service option, which is included in Elite and Protection Plus, $70 surcharge for Gold and Platinum, we will ask for a copy of that home inspection just to make sure it wasn't noted that it had to be fixed pre-close. Unfortunately, you can't rehab homes on the back of a home warranty program because that just guarantees failure of the program down the road. So we never ask for a home inspection unless there's a claim really within the first week or two. After that, they've been in the house, they've been living in it, and when something breaks, you fix it. So.
Nice. Good.
Another question, are there sample scripts we can refer to about this program at the time of listing or during a negotiation?
That's something we could absolutely build in short order. And why don't I'll work with maybe Ed on that.
Yeah.
And we can maybe even make a quick blurb video of it too, where I could be the listing agent and Ed could be the buying agent, and we could just walk through different scenarios. And again, it would probably be a very short video, 10-15 minutes, but that's something we could absolutely do.
Yeah, great idea. Okay. Anything else?
Okay.
So great, Tom, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the time.
And just real quick, and I just also want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for participating in the survey. And we've got the survey results out, and they're sent out to the sales directors, and it was very informative. And we're going to continue to keep periodically getting feedback, right? Because this is how we collectively build a better organization. By finding out what's working, what's not, where do you need help with things, and then we've got such talent within this organization, with our sales directors and our support specialists and home office and people like Tom, that we can bring a lot of resources to help with the challenges in the market. We just need to know what they are. So a lot of training was requested in there, both one-on-one sales training and systems training and things like that. Some things that people were asking for, we already have. So we know that that's also a training component. So it was really really worthwhile. And thank you so much for taking the time to help make your company better, really, because this is what it's all about. So I think we're good on questions. Okay. So have an amazing rest of the week. Have a great Memorial Day. And we'll see everybody soon. Take care. You're amazing.
Take care, everybody.